the Millennium Tour was his idea, and that really everybody is like opening up for him, that he's the star of the Millennium Tour. So why is everybody tripping basically, and why they only giving him a 15-minute set is what he want to know, because he feel like he is the motherfucking man that put this together, and therefore should nobody be giving him no little bitty 15-minute set. He want. And this is Lala News 3, and thanks for tuning in to another episode. So in this episode, I'll actually be discussing two topics. So we have Leah Remini that's going to be filling in for the Wendy Williams show, since she's still out on the sick leave that she has going on, which we'll dive more into. And then also I'll be discussing Bow Wow having a fit. So Wendy's not happy with that, and then Bow Wow's having a fit separately. So I thought I would put both fits in the same episode since they're both having a fit, right? Okay, so now you guys know where to reach me at, though. All social media platforms, Lala News 3. Also check my LinkTree for all of my podcasting and other links out there as well. So and let's get right into it. So Wendy Williams actually was scheduled to return, of course, for season 13 on September 20th or thereabout, and then it was delayed until October. But now it's October, so everybody is wondering where the hell Wendy is. So they did air season 13, right, as far as a premiere. They premiered it last Monday, October 11th, which is, you know, a couple weeks after that September 20th deadline that, you know, they usually have every year. But this year was a little different. Now, they premiered it, but it did premiere with panelists, a panelist kind of group. So Bevy Smith, Elizabeth Wagmeister, Michael Yo, and Devin Simone actually were the panel hosts. And then the ratings actually took a damn dive. So that didn't work out, okay, from when it premiered. They thought it would do great, and that if they added in a sprinkle of multiple people or different personalities or mindsets or whatever have you, that it would do great, but it didn't. So now they're here. So they called in Leah Remini, which we know she had that whole thing about the Scientology church, which, you know, she had a whole special about it on the network and everything, like a whole season, if not multiple seasons, of bringing people on there to talk about the Church of Scientology. So everybody's familiar with her. Okay, so she actually is scheduled to fill in for Wendy next week. Okay, I'm sure for 4 shows. Not sure if it'll be a whole 5th show or 5th day. I know it'll be for 4 shows she'll be filling in. So at least. Now, they don't have a plan for the show after after Leah Remini comes on for those 4 shows, so, or that week rather. Now, Wendy is not happy with it because she wasn't consulted with the final decision on who the fill-in or fill-ins would be. So she felt like her name is up there. It's her show, so she should at least have certain things run by her, whether she is ill or not. In that case, which it makes sense, she says, my damn show, I need to know about it. And she wasn't included in this decision, so she felt in some type of way. Now, they also said that no one actually wanted to take this job, as it's a thankless job. And also, there's a good chance of pissing off Wendy. And when she returns, then there's usually some sort of backlash that comes behind it, like she won't have you on as a guest anymore, and, you know, we know how that goes. So no one wants to kind of take that job on, and they're having a hard time filling it, but she stepped up. Now, if everyone remembers, there was an issue with Jerry O'Connell, okay? So he actually once filled in for Wendy the last time that she was sick, and took some time off, and when she was sick last time, she's basically stating, and other people are saying her issues with him, is that she had a feeling that he was trying to take over her show, and he was basically petitioning and using that his guest appearance or guest spot there in order to kind of audition for his own show. And she wasn't feeling that shit, or to X her out and then have him on permanently on her show. So, yeah. Now, the reason, though, as far as why she's still out and her coming back continues to get prolonged, is because they're saying she does have ongoing health issues, including testing positive for COVID, but she's asymptomatic. So, I guess she's just staying away and quarantining at the moment in regards to her testing positive for COVID. And then in her last medical statement, which was released, they said, quote, Wendy continues to be under medical supervision and meets with her medical team on a daily basis. She is making progress but is experiencing serious complications as a result of Graves' disease and her thyroid condition. It's been determined that more time is needed for her to be able to return to her live hosting duties. So they're asking for more time outside of the until October situation, which we're at now. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see kind of how that pans out, and when she'll actually be coming back. There is not a date set yet, but they will be filling in certain random guest hosts. Hopefully now they'll get her opinion, considering it a little bit pissed her off. Okay, now her ex-husband though, Kevin Hunter, he did recently go on his Instagram in September during the time she was having these medical situations, which is still ongoing, by the way. So some are actually calling the post petty and insensitive, and some actually is saying that it's very insensitive due to her being kind of in the middle of a medical situation right now. And he had the nerve to say, quote, B-Day vibes all week. So thankful to the Most High God for all blessings. I tried to tell him, health is wealth, not money. God said, they'll learn. Have a blessed day. End quote. He said they'll learn. I don't know, like, who supposed to be, what happened? Like, that sound like a little bit of salt, so I could see why people was calling that petty, but I don't know what that was supposed to mean. It just says stay healthy is what I got, but I guess he was trying to throw his little salt by saying, not money. God said they'll learn. I don't know. They'll learn about what? Like getting COVID, having thyroid issues, like what they gonna learn about? I don't know what that means, but yeah. Hopefully though, Wendy gets better, they find out who, if get a host in the meantime that she kind of agrees with, or doesn't feel threatened by, whichever way you want to look at it. And then move on from there until she is able to kind of come out and perform back to her full duty. So anywho, now Bow Wow actually has a fit as well on the Millennium Tour. So we do know the Millennium Tour, that's like Omarion, Yin Yang Twins, Ashanti, Pretty Ricky, Soulja Boy, people that were out when the Millennium look, I can't even talk, when the Millennium came about. Okay, so groups that were hot then. And so after the recent Greensboro, North Carolina show, he actually went and his Twitter fingers took the fuck off, and he had some things to say. Okay, so he did complain about only getting a 15-minute set, and feels like his set should be 45 minutes. And he does plan on turning up at the show in Atlanta, which I think is supposed to be on Saturday. If not the Saturday just past, one of them is coming up. Anywho, then he said that this may be his last show, and that he's had enough, and then the Millennium Tour was his idea, and that really everybody is like opening up for him, that he's the star of the Millennium Tour. So why is everybody tripping basically, and why they only giving him a 15-minute set is what he want to know, because he feel like he is the motherfucking man that put this together, and therefore should nobody be giving him no little bitty 15-minute set. He want a 45-minute set. Okay, and so he also topped it off by saying that he should have waited until 2022 to tour with Chris Brown. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what he said. Okay, that fuck this, he's over it, and he should have just waited. Okay, now, but that ain't what he did. So he on a Millennium Tour. He knew it was going to be kind of cramped and complicated, especially with this sidebar. So sidebar, now we know that this tour is coming with a whole lot of bullshit. So we know, Lil Fizz done messed around with April Jones, who was Omarion's baby mama that he got the 2 kids by. They had a whole little pretend relationship that was very public, and then it turned out to be nothing because she ended up flirting with some other nigga anyway and left his ass. Or they broke up, or whatever have you. Nobody knows kind of what the breakup really was, because they just stopped talking to each other, and then they looked real complicated and uncomfortable on Love and Hip Hop or something when they popped up there too. After after they busted out their relationship there on that. But anywho, Lil Fierce actually went on and apologized, you know, last month in September. You know, because, or was that the beginning of this month? I think it was the beginning of this month. Everything was happening. Yeah, the beginning of October, he went on stage and basically apologized to Omarion for fucking his baby mama for several months and having a whole public relationship with her. Okay, not to come by and creep and like we just know each other, like when the sun go down and stuff, and like don't nobody need to know we got to creep and stuff until we ready to come out. No, no, no. They was out on reality shows, like letting y'all know how it go down. They had planned it and acted it all out and everything. So, yeah, and then they ended up looking stupid when that shit didn't work out. When y'all do shit like that, then you got to make sure that that shit work out. That you stuck with them forever. Y'all might as well get married, because ain't nobody fucking with y'all after certain things happen. I don't know. But now you got to be on tour with this man, and now, you know, you wait until how many months y'all been on this tour before you come and give him this apology publicly, which you should have about fucking his baby mama. But hey, I guess, I don't know what, that ain't my business. I wasn't there, and I'm not due baby mama to have the answer to that shit, so I don't have nothing to do with that. Anywho, and that was another version of Quick Spit's episode there about Bow Wow having a fit, as well as Wendy Williams having her show co-hosted or hosted by Leah Remini for next week to see how that turns out. But let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe. Also, you guys know where to reach me at all social media platforms, Lala News 3. And I'm out.